here to die. Call me Snake. It's a party.
Say hello to my little friend.
How do you like your ribs?
For decades, Hollywood has told us what strength looks like, not just through story, but through the body. But that image hasn't stayed the same. It's evolved dramatically. In the 70s, strength looked like survival. In the 1980s, it became mythology. In the 1990s, it split between the superhuman and the everyman. And by the year 2000, it had to perform. This ish right here is the story of how Hollywood built the action body and what it's asked of men and women over time. In the 1970s, the action hero didn't need to look superhuman. He just needed to look believable. These were men who looked like they lived their lives, lean, weathered, controlled. Clint Eastwood, Steve McQueen, Charles Bronson.
Welcome.
Now, these weren't bodybuilders, they were presence. And then comes Harrison Ford. Smart, scrappy, tough, but human. The 70s hero didn't dominate through size, he dominated through grit. Then around the 1980s, everything changed. In the 1980s, the body became the message. This was the era of the ultra action hero. We're talking about Schwarzenegger, and Stallone. Muscles weren't just part of the character, that shit was the character. The bodies during this time became mythological, larger than life, impossible to ignore. These men didn't just fight enemies, they straight looked like they could fight an army. And the posters weren't only selling the movie, they were selling the physique. Now, when we move our way up into the 1990s, we didn't abandon the superhuman, but we did introduce a little something new, the split. I ain't talking about workouts, I'm talking about hero swag. On one side, you got the myth, the unstoppable machine, the larger than life hero. But on the other side, something more relatable emerged. the everyman. Enter Bruce Willis and Harrison Ford.
Next time you have a chance to kill someone, don't hesitate.
Thanks for the advice.
They bled, they got tired, they made mistakes. And that realism and that verisimilitude made their characters that much more dangerous in a different way. By the 2000s, the standards had changed yet again. It wasn't enough to just look strong, you had to move strong. This is where we're introduced to the modern action hero. And two of my personal faves, Tom Cruise and Keanu Reeves. Looking at these two cats right here, we're talking about speed, precision, and endurance. These two weren't about being the biggest guy in the room. It was about being the most capable. Let's talk about the ultra action hero. This guy right here is... Who is it? Miles, you gotta leave, buddy. Let me film. Let me film, buddy. I'll be out there in a minute, okay? What does that mean? I love you too.
Come on.
Can I have a hug?
Outside?
Can I have a hug? Give me a hug, buddy. All right, let me get a hug. All right. All right, can daddy film? You want some water? All right, here's some water. All right, little man. Away you go now. Toodles. Kids. Anyways, where was I? The ultra action hero is built like mythology. Arnold, Stallone. The body is a spectacle. Today's action hero is built for performance. When you see Tom Cruise and you see Keanu Reeves, you know that their bodies can do what they are putting it through. You believe it. Then there's the everyman. This guy's a little bit different. Harrison Ford, Bruce Willis, these are everymen. Not invincible, not perfect, but when it matters, they show the fuck up.
Get off my plane.
Now we're gonna backtrack for a minute all the way back to the 1970s, and we're gonna talk about the ladies. For women, the story started a little differently, as you would imagine. Pam Grier didn't just appear in action films, she drove them.
This is the end of your rotten life, you motherfucking dope pusher.
And she was the exception, but not the rule. Following the 70s into the 80s and the 90s, the game changed. At that point in time came the two most important characters in action history. We're talking about Ellen Ripley
Get away from her, you bitch!
and Sarah Connor.
You're terminated, fucker.
These two females right here were not side characters. No, 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 no. They were the story. Look back at Linda Hamilton's transformation for Terminator 2. That shit right there changed expectations moving forward. By the year 2000, female action leads were stronger than ever, but they were also more stylized. The expectation shifted. Be strong, but I still need you to look perfect while doing it. Now, when we look at some of these Hollywood icons in regards to their physique, their fitness, their action movies, when we look at one of the most iconic, Arnold Schwarzenegger, this man didn't train for Hollywood. Hollywood adapted to him. Arnold set the standard. Make no mistake about it. Stallone, now this man right here was all in. He built his body up through obsession, hours a day for months at a time. Tom Cruise trains for performance, precision, endurance, longevity. Keanu Reeves stepped into the game training for repetition and control, efficiency over ego. Looking at Bruce Willis and Harrison Ford, these guys right here were not training to be superhuman. They were training to be believable. And then there's Christian Bale.
Let's not stand on ceremony here. Mr. Wayne.
This man right here I have dubbed Hollywood's decathlete. Let's run down that resume. American Psycho, his physique is about control. The Machinist, it's about disappearance. Batman Begins, his physique is about reconstruction. The Fighter, it's about chaos. And Vice, it's about power. For Bale, the body is not just part of the role, it is the role. And this man stays committed. In 2007, something happened. 300 didn't just release, it hit culture. The physiques in this film were so different than anything we had seen on the silver screen before. Leaner, harder, so defined. Of course, with the help of visionary director Zack Snyder. But the training was brutal and the 300 workout became legend. Did it invent CrossFit? No. Did it create the Spartan races? No. But it did make something very popular. The idea that fitness looks like war. That fitness could be cinematic. So my final thoughts that I'm gonna leave y'all with are this. From bodybuilding to performance to transformation. Hollywood didn't just raise the bar, it's changed the standard. And today, strength isn't just about how you look, it's what you can do. All right, come on. Come on. All right. Say thanks for watching. Say it louder. Say thanks for watching. All right, man. That's it. That's it. That's it. What?